You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Try to be happy, relentless search for luxury, in search of peace and happiness. The human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone, if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring, fight to be like a king. Children become delinquent for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness. happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt, every man ought to give generously. Our deepest craving is common. All we need is attention to put us in the happy zone, regardless of what we own. Life is lonely without it. Each one should give a little bit. What you want your neighbors do, then life on earth will be true. Take a tip from the scripture, appreciate one another, share your love and make the mold for total peace in the world. On the human mind, everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt, every man ought to give generously.
sheep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. And Banfield, busy street, yes, in our city, killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you guys, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the murderers leap, tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters, they put us to sleep. We must stop this world when we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah, like Nero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. He casts his shadow, slashing victims to the marrow. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the price we pay in don't steep. Why some labor keep? We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. We must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, is a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man.
Nothing must stop you, yes. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you, yes. When God bless a man, he's gonna back you, yes. When God bless a man, that man must stand, he must stand AI. Who God bless, none can curse. His divine favor man can reverse. Can reverse. Even if they do their worst. Their worst, hey. When God bless a man, nothing must stop you, yes. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you, yes. When God bless a man, he's gonna back you, yes. When God bless a man, that man must stand, he must stand, I say. If you answer his call, he will lift you up. If you fall, hey, hey, hey. If you fall, just give him your all, hey. When God bless a man, should be nobody, nothing must stop you, my friend. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you, yes. When God bless
You wanna live a life of good success, you've got to say yes. You've got to say yes. Say yes, I say. God bless a man. Nothing must stop you. When God bless a man. Satan may attack you, my friend. When God bless a man. He's gonna back you. When God bless a man. That man must stand. He must stand, I say. Oh, nothing must stop you. Jehovah said he's gonna back you, my friend. Oh yes, oh yes, Satan may attack you. That man must stand. He must stand. Nothing must stop you. Jehovah said he's gonna back you, my friend. Oh yes, oh yes. Satan may try to attack you. That man must stand. He must stand. He must stand. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression. With the power of your right hand, Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Them helpless children, Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven, Jesus, cover, cover, cover. All them radio stations that blessing the nation, grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And for many of you who may not know what the acronym DAT Triplets stands for, that is D, Diana the Storm, A, Anselm, yours truly. And of course, the T is for Tommy, the Commissioner. And let me say a special welcome to each and everyone. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a mauve t-shirt, you have on a burgundy t-shirt, you have on a salmon t-shirt. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatania, Xenoranius, Venuranius. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. Each and everyone is welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say a special welcome to 1/3 of the DAT Triplets. No other than Diana, Waveney, Stormy, the Storm, Ben Skin, McDonald, the Bajan, the Trin Bagonian, the poet, the poetress, the motivational speaker. No other than Diana, Waveney, Stormy, the Storm, McDonald, boy.
Yeah, but she had to unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
in the dark, I can't afford to pay tea and take rate, so.
Okay. All right. All right. They cut your light. They cut your light.
Yeah, boy, they cut my lights, boy.
Well, look now, thief a little thing from the next door neighbor now. You know those do that.
I keep it internet.
Make a borrow. Take a borrow. You can pay back tomorrow.
I know it's the bulb gone. It's too high up for me to go up there and put it in. I don't want to fall.
Okay. All
So
right. You know,
we can try to
it's a bulb man. It's a bulb man. You will call a bulb man.
call a bulb, man. I heard.
You like to screen bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your business fixed.
Well, good night, everyone. Just carnival over. Everybody going back to the grind now.
Going back to Bacchanal and confusion as usual.
Bacchanal and boy, was it plentiful, boy, in the social media, boy.
Bacchanal and you know, boy, Trinidad, boy. I said many people in Trinidad have 2 BAc degrees. Blame and complain and Bacchanal and confusion.
Yeah, boy.
Oh God, it's like never ending. And I want to get a video of the Archbishop talking about in Trinidad and Tobago, there is just, we concentrate too much on the negativity that's happening in the country. And I said something about that last show. I honestly believe in Trinidad and Tobago, we just concentrate on the negative too much. We are overwhelmed with only dealing with the negative. And I just ask simple questions, right? I mean, why can't we find a silver lining in everything? Why can't we? Why do we always, why we don't want nothing good for the country? It doesn't matter who is in power, right? We always seem to want something bad to happen to the country. Why is that? Why is that, Diana?
Speak for yourself. I highlight things that are plaguing the nation to get them remedied. I don't highlight to bring a bad light to Trinidad and Tobago. I highlight things to get them remedied. The murder thing needs to calm down. The joblessness, something needs to be done about that. The high rate of inflation, somebody need to fix that. You understand? So I am not crying down the country. I don't go and cry down the leader of the country. I may disagree. We disagreed with his exemption policy, and that was it. But no, I only highlight the things I want fixed.
Let me give you a quick example.
The potholes in the road, they need fixing.
Look, this just came to my phone a few minutes ago. This is what it is. I'm hearing that Rowley is seriously considering stepping down.
Oh, Lord.
If he does, it's going to be a bloodbath in the PNM with the amount of fighting for who will take over. Rowley wants Stuart Young as his successor, but the rank and file don't for all kinds of reasons. Then you have your pretenders to the throne like Faris, Foster, Imbud, and even Camille. Wait, did my thing just go on just so yes? Our next thing coming, yes? Oh, good. Another one coming just so. Yeah, let me go back. Right? Then you have pretenders to the throne like Faris, Foster, Imbud, Penny, and even Camille. Think about how any of those will play in a fight for leadership. As I said, it will be a bloodbath. See what I'm saying?
I ain't speculated on that. I highlight the obvious, the bad roads, the joblessness, the crime element affecting the women. Those things are apparent. I don't go down them road that somebody sending you text because I don't know them things to be true. So,
but Diana, wasn't he supposed to resign last Tuesday on Tuesday?
Yeah, according to something that was shared. Media at the media briefing.
Was the thing shared that says he was going to resign?
Yep.
What happened to that?
I have no idea. And Marcia Brave Boy shared that.
I wonder if he's still going to resign or if he changed his mind. Or they shift the goalposts. Oh yeah, they have shifted the goalposts anyway. They say now that you hear that. Now that the cat is out of the bag that he was going to resign, he get COVID.
Oh, Jesus.
That is it now.
Ooh.
He get COVID, so he ain't going to resign.
I know.
What kind of madness I'm talking about?
It's gonna be your people.
And all you stay tuned, eh? I have a video to show with them two the two, what do you call them again? What do you call themselves again, Diana? The two political, what do you call themselves again?
Political science.
Or political scientists?
Mm-hmm.
The two political madness, political scientists. That's what they call themselves?
Political analysts or scientists. One or two, I don't know.
Yeah. Them two. I have a video to play with them, eh? And I'm gonna call on them, two of them, to apologize to these people across the world. Eh? They should apologize to these people across the world. But we go get into that. Them two political scientists or analysts, or whatever they call it. Or they change the name now, they don't call themselves that no more. Since we expose them, they're calling themselves something else now. But we go deal with them. We go deal with them. All right, let's go to the chat. I vex again, boy. Diana?
Why?
I looking and I saying, boy, Hailey and Rennie was first on Tuesday. I said, boy, they will continue the streak, so at least I could get them another round of applause.
Nope.
They revert back to normal. So that was a quickie for them. In Trinidad balance, that was a quickie, right? Yeah. All right, Rennie and Hailey, that was a quickie. Yeah. All right. So things going back to normal. Of course, Nadia was in first again. I tell you, things going back to normal. Them fellas in them, give me a 6 for 9. Yeah. Nadia says good night, everyone. Hey, Nadia up the ante now, eh? You see the little emojis I get? Yeah, Nadia. But
where's Tommy? Is he there?
Nah, he ain't come yet. He coming shortly. So
I thought you forget to introduce him.
yeah, nah. So listen, watch Diana. Nadia say, boy, I fed up yet, I fella. She fixed me up good tonight. She said, Tommy, good night. Yeah, Tommy get some good ones. Diana Ben Skin Boy. Hey, Nadia, you see Nadia does learn quicker. All three of us get almost the same amount. You see? That's what I like about Nadia. Nadia is
I'm having some sorrel, Trini sorrel. Oh, the thing tastes good.
Watch now. Nobody really want to know that you have something in the glass that is not sorrel and you're it red and you're calling
it sorrel. Okay. Let me show you.
How does someone know it's sorrel? How do we know it's sorrel?
You like bacchanal. See here, look. You only can see the box.
Bacchanal.
Only see in the box. Wait, let me see.
You could show me anything.
You see the box?
That's a Chinese sorrel? Orchard?
Yeah.
I know real sorrel.
Tastes really good.
No. That I know real sorrel. I know real sorrel. Nah. Yeah, that sorrel is that you had to go in the market, you had to buy sorrel, you had to boil it, you had to strain it, and then you sweeten it.
I ain't going through all of that. This one tastes authentic.
No, that from concentrate. I know real sorrel.
No concentrate. It is sorrel in here. Ask them in the chat if it tastes good.
No, I know real sorrel.
Tastes very good.
Yeah, I know real sorrel. Nadia says to Keisha, good night, Lana, Judy, Rose, Miss Coover, Capiza, Denise G. Hey boy, Denise coming in thing, boy. Where Lana? I ain't see Lana, boy.
Lana husband a dollar, man. She had to stay at work.
Yeah. Nadia say only one love. Look, Ailey, he come second. Good night, brothers and sisters. Love in the house. Right? Dr. Love, boy. Love is all I bring. Good love is great. Oh God, he improving up. He going to great now, not good love no more. It's great love, boy. And it used to be LUV, now it's LOV. Yeah,
very good for him.
Yeah. I know, boy. Dana, something happened, boy.
It didn't happen with me.
Eh?
No, don't involve me in all you say.
Man. Okay, hold on. Let me pause this here. Yeah, he Oh, you know something? Oh no, Diana. I didn't want to do that, you know. I just do something that I didn't want to do. Let me delete this quickly. Hold on. I'll make a quick mistake there. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I want to show you a video too, um, with the Archbishop. Let me move this to trash. Move the trash. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
So so I've things tonight. All you really want to stay tuned to it because I'm calling for an apology from these two political neophytes. I mean, political analysts or political scientists, right? They call themselves that. I didn't. Did I say political neophyte? Is that what I said, Diana?
Yeah, those are your friends, you know.
Oh, no. I just want to stand corrected. I mean, political scientists.
Those
Well,
are your friends.
respect to the panel, Mr. Walls, Lady Diana, Mr. Tommy. Yeah, Tommy go join us just now. Rennie says, ladies, when you're stressed out, where you feeling down, Dr. Love have the care, 100% pure, refined love.
Oh, Jesus. Pure refined. That sounds like a mix with some kind of on the skullduggery in there.
I wonder if you find that in Petrochin.
That why it's shut down?
I feel I love refining Petrochin.
That's why it's shut down, Rennie boy. And he must be swiped from the dragon field over there, so he ain't getting paid for it at all.
Oh God. Yeah. And you know, and listen to this. I thought Stag was a woman's beer. Eh?
Stag. That's the only beer I drink. I don't like carb. I find carb
Is Stag a
soft.
man's beer or a woman's beer?
I find carb soft. So
You
I
find
don't drink
Caribou soft?
soft, very soft.
Oh, I don't understand that. A beer soft? What does that mean?
Yeah, it doesn't zing on your tongue. It do. Stag tastes like my favorite beer, Beck's.
Wait. Let me make sure I understand. Carib does zing on your tongue.
Carib don't zing on your tongue.
Oh, it don't zing on your tongue.
Yeah,
And Stag does zing on your tongue.
yeah, Stag does wake up your taste buds. Like it reminds me of my favorite beer, Beck's.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not really a beer drinker, so I have to take whatever you say.
I don't like carb. Carb tastes like corn water. So I don't know. Let me don't criticize the beer.
Yeah. Highly inside. Watax. Yeah. Highly blessings and love to the villagers. Yeah, inside. Yeah, Highly, I go play Matson for you. That is by Matson is by Chucky, right? Chucky Gordon. I think Chucky sing that, right?
Matson.
The Matson. Yeah, we go play that. Judy, welcome, boy. Oh God, look at nice emojis, boy. Judy say good night, all beautiful ladies and gents in the village families. Oh God. Happy life to all. Universal blessings, boy. Yeah, boy, Judy. That real nice. That nice day, boy. Anselm, Diana, Tommy, welcome to another blessed evening. Yeah, boy. Blessings, boy. Yeah. She said, brother, highly blessed love. Oh God, look at this one. Lord have mercy. Lover boy Rennie Mohammed, boy. God. And this is not L-U-V-E-I, this is L-O-V-E-I. Oh God, Rennie, boy. Dr. Love, boy. You think it easy? Judy says, it's true, black man don't get anything easy. For that to change, they must change their mentality of a little something to survive. They need
That's
to think
right.
big and positive thoughts.
Yeah, stop upset. Stop thriving in the zone of eating a food and thrive in the zone of enough to pay yourself and your kids and your grandkids to create intergenerational wealth somehow. Get out of that eat a food mentality.
But wait, I thought eating food was part of the culture for the whole of Trinidad and Tobago.
But they need to come out of that because
Okay, all right. Good night, Rose. Good night to you. Yeah? Yeah? Rose said, Nadia, Judy, Takesha, Lana, Village Family. Love is big. Love is in the house. Big up yourself tonight. Yeah, but everybody like they really get already that name in truth, boy. The good love doctor, boy. He like that name too bad, you know that.
Good for him.
He love that name too. Hey, look, we partner Vonnie Roberts, boy. Vonnie, I see your party have a press release, boy. After the first press release, we go talk about that today. Vonnie says good night to my lovely ladies, Nadia, Rose, Judy, Takesha, Lana, Judy, not forgetting the Storm, Blessings to all. Oh, God. All the ladies, boy. Yeah, highly. The Matson. We go get that one. Hey, look, my partner from Chumakak, boy. Curtis Montreshat, boy. Curtis, welcome to you, boy. The Chumakanian, boy. Right? Chumakak, boy. Yeah. Good night, love. Highly love. Good night. Oh, God, Judy. Yeah, nah. There's all kind of love. Rose sharing love. Hey, look, Nadia come back. She said, Dana Benskin laugh out loud. Rose, darling, good night. Highly, good night. Nadia, lovely woman, good night. Oh, God. You know, that's what we like about the village, you know.
I see a
Nayobo E, boy.
yeah,
Nayobo E.
yeah. Yep.
Welcome,
Welcome
boy.
to Nioba E.
Nayoba E, welcome you inside.
Where are you listening from? Everybody, you've never seen you in the village.
No, I
Everybody
think
give
they've
a
been here
warm
before, you know.
welcome to Nioba. Huh?
I think they was here before.
They were here before? Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Highly says stag is a man's beer.
And says who? Who says so?
No, Highly say that. Stag is a man's beer. Not a man, you know, a man's beer.
Who said so?
Highly.
I stay there in a corner and
Yeah, hey, Bonnie
drink
thanks for
water and mind business.
Bonnie thanks
Huh?
for the compliment, boy. Bonnie say, Anselm, you looking nice with your outfit, boy. I want one, boy. Yeah, boy.
With
I
the
don't
African daishiki?
yeah, I don't wait till emancipation to celebrate. You know, people just wait till that sometime come. I go in the closet and I say that one, I point on that one today. You know,
Yeah.
before we have about just a few more minutes before the top of the hour. When I come back, right, I want to deal with two important factors that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago today. We ain't going back and deal with Diana, your friend now.
Who's that? Robert?
Yeah. We're leaving him alone because he needs help.
I don't know him. I ain't passing no kind of judgment. All I know from that video that was presented to social media, he looks slightly inebriated.
You're being generous, slightly. Why slightly?
And I'll leave it at that.
No. Be honest now, man.
He looks, I wasn't in his vicinity.
Diana, let me ask you a question.
I can't pass.
Did he look like a person who needs to go and get help?
I don't know him like that. What I can say is, well, you know, if I was in a court of law to find him guilty or not of at that moment of being inebriated, he showed the symptoms, the slurred speech, his eyes looked, you know, and he was holding on his feet. From the video, I would have to go with that. But I don't know his habits. I don't know. I can't, say he needs help. But
I think if they had WWD in Trinidad and Tobago, he would have got arrested. I think if they had WWD in Trinidad, he would have been arrested.
Where's WWD now?
Walking while drunk.
Oh, jeez. Lord Father.
He would have been arrested. You know, they have Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD. You know?
Yeah.
You have DWB, Driving While Black. You know what I mean? There are plenty thing in Trinidad. He would have been arrested. Nadia say Anil Roberts laugh out loud. Bonnie says Trinidad politics in a mess from all sides. Something must take place. Only God. Vonnie, I agree with you full 100. Trinidad politics in a mess. For real. I fully agree with you. No if, buts, or maybe about it. right?
That's the only thing I mess about the roads.
No, well, part of the roads is Trinidad and Tobago. The roads is in Trinidad and Tobago.
What about the crime situation?
That's all part of it.
What I don't like, I see, okay, they're pests and they're causing problems in the society and all that, right? We give, that's a given. But the way they're killing them and just walking out with them like they're a piece of meat, like they just shot a deer. And they don't put those bodies in body bags, Anselm. They just transport them any which way.
Diana, you know something?
Jeez,
I agree with
man.
you. Mean Jean, good night. Let me look at that one, Diana, that you're talking about.
Boy.
It's sad, eh?
Yeah, boy.
This is it here. I think this is what you're talking about. Let me look on the screen.
And I saw it twice.
I think this is what you're talking about here, where we had 9 shot for suspects, cop probe launched into police killing in Princeton. Right? A video of police killing in Princeton today on Friday is being investigated by the Police Complaints Authority, PCA, and police. In a video, a man laying face down and apparently complying with instruction from police was shot at repeatedly by an officer. This is the 12th police-involved killing for the year. 12th? 12? The video was uploaded on WhatsApp group and later on Facebook captured the shooting, in which the suspect crawled in front of a crashed car and flinched spasmodically as a uniformed police officer fires off 9 rounds in quick succession in his direction. He was one of 3 men, including a special reserve policeman being pursued by cops. Can't you believe that? Special reserve policeman.
And he involved with. Remember the criminologist who was inside here, Darius Figuera, mentioned all those things too.
That's what Vonnie's talking about. In a statement, COP Earler here with Christopher said the police executive is aware of the video and the incident which occurred in the Southern Division. She said she had ordered an immediate investigation and awaits the findings of the investigative team. PCA Director David West also invited the public to come forward with information to help his investigation to determine whether or not the PCA findings should be forwarded to the DPP for further investigation. The volley of gunshots shattered the mid-morning calm at Ganpa Trace, Cleghorn Village, Princeton, where police intercepted a bronze-colored Elantra PDN 8294 with 3 occupants. One was killed and the other 2 injured as they tried to escape from the car when it crashed into the fence of a private home. Only one of the 3, the driver, has been identified. He told police he's a special reserve officer attached to a unit in Port au Prince district, where he also lives. The other 2 men are yet to be identified. The family into whose premises the car crashed said they dropped to the floor in fear and remained locked inside long after the sound of the crashing car and about 9 bullets rocket the quiet neighborhood. Now, Diana, I have to say this, right? You see me? I don't want to hear nothing about bandits who making it miserable for the people in the country, right? If you shoot at the police, they have a right to shoot back. If you shoot at the police, you have a right to shoot back. But let me go for a quick station identification. Folks, I'm going to get back to Rose and Mean Jean when we get back. It's In the Village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay, folks. We'll be right back after this short message. It's Diana, Anselm, and you in the Village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Tommy should be joining us, a little later. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Oh, Lord. Bad Max, you know. Oh, people, boy. It feel like they send me one by one, 2 by 2 is a 2 by 4. The more we add to the table, they keep taking away more and more. 99% suffering, and they say and they don't for sure. Plus the 1% controlling, 100% of the lives of the poor, lives of the poor. It's not enough, 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 Lord. It should take our power from a Rima to town. It's not enough. Our daily is almost 2 hours long. It's not enough. Every month is another 1,000 in gas. It's not enough. And when salary come, you don't know when it's class. Lord, it's not enough. $5 to take a short drop. 10 to tongue with a million subs. Can depend on the bus, but the system flop. So you're spinning like a top on your body. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. No! If they are in a battle, and you must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. If they are in a battle, no, it's not enough. If they are in a battle, them on way salary and TNT. That's so much not enough. It's $3,053 monthly. It's not enough. And after your parents and you buy groceries, that's so much you can't even get transportation free. You know what every shit do? It's not enough. You need cash so you sweep and mop. So you do and the bankrupt school fees and bills, none of them don't drop. You stay for it, stay top time. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. If they are in a battle, you must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. If they are in a battle, no, no. If they are in a battle, Lord, the price of mortgage sky high. A plus 20% just to qualify. When you feel the hardest part out of the way, after you qualify, it's 30 years to pay. God, is it not enough? Scream yes, it's banking corrupt, and they're robbing people non-stop, taking your money from your drop by drop till you hold it up on your body. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. And say I'm in a battle, and you must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. You must say, Martin. And say I'm in a battle. I should have given it enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I should have given it enough. Because I feel like they mixing me 1 by 1, 2 by 2, it's a 2 by 4. Oh, we are to the table, the king, taking away more and more. 99% suffering.
And of course, we are back with you, boy. That's Chucky Gordon, the Matson, boy. That's a good one, or no?
Yep.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Eiley, just tell me play that. Eiley, boy. Yeah.
You know. And the young man, the person, the deceased, he was killed, right? Laying there, and he's not reaching for any gun, and they just emptying bullets in him, man. And I'm like, oh God, man. And then another scene I saw where they have 4 of them sitting down on a dirty area, a culvert or pavement or what you call it, and they have zip ties on their hand or whatever they were apprehended for. And I look at the young men, you know, they look their hair disheveled. Everybody say you can't keep your hair natural, but they look disheveled, and what's happening in society? You know, I mean, we're gonna lose a whole generation of black men. This keep going on. You know, it's a whole generation. You know.
We gotta do something fast. Rose says, Anselm looking hot, hot boy. Anselm, who you have a date with? Is it one of the funniest, beautiful ladies in the village? Rose,
Hey, me.
not me,
So
not
I
Rose.
can
Not
speak
me.
for myself.
Yeah. Mean Jean say, hey, Mean Jean, thank you very much for the compliment. Let me say that. It's important, but
Yeah.
it's a kind of a dashiki I have on.
I mean, Jean, yeah, it's not time for you to get out of that white beater vest and put on that one slim out.
It's a dashiki come straight from Ghana. Yeah.
Woo,
Live and direct from Ghana.
woo.
Thank you very much for the compliment. I only say the Matson, it ain't adding up.
Mm.
It ain't adding up. Rose says Trinidad police always say people shot at them, and half the time it's not true. Some police just lie real bad. And listen, I want to agree, Rose, if it is extrajudicial killing, they should face the brunt of the law.
And
Right?
and where the body cameras? Any of them have body camera?
What body cameras?
That Gary, if it was supposed to have, something whatever, and McDonald didn't follow up on it,
No.
Um,
Well, they say they have body cams, but they must just they ain't get it on the body yet. Right?
mm.
But they have body cams, but they just ain't get it in none of them bodies yet.
So
You know?
this is the picture I'm talking about. You see that, man?
Yeah. I saw that.
You see how they're sitting down there and they're disheveled and I'm like,
But I think we had to separate one from the other. If at any time, if any civilian shoots at a police officer, they
I
have a
believe in it.
right to return fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right? However, if there's no ammunition involved and they just kill them because they figure there's a bandit or whatever, they take it upon themselves for law and order to get rid of them because they are pests, whatever it is. That is unacceptable. That is not a democracy. That is a democracy. And that is unacceptable. And we should not accept that. We shouldn't. Right? And when we accept these type of behavior, means to say that you see how we deal with little things? It's how we're gonna handle large things.
I'm looking at my neck of the woods in the state. Over a foot of snow is expected. Ooh,
Yeah, but I see the point on one set of salt this today too, boy. I know now, but let me welcome Tommy.
Tommy.
Let me say a special welcome to no other than Thomas E. Marshall, the Commissioner Nesbitt from Sally Bay in Trinidad and Tobago, a well-known place. No other than Thomas.
I'm happy to be here. I was in transit all day. I've been in transit and so on. But now I'm set.
Now, but we know you will join us, so we mixing matters. We know you will join us.
I'm happy to be here. And
So we just
I like
talking about.
I like your jacket a whole lot. It is what's the word? I'm trying to find the words. One of your words to describe your jacket. It's
fantabulous.
Splendiferous.
Splendiferous. That's the word.
Thank you very much, Tommy. It's highly appreciated. The Mats and highly request the Matson. Even though, when Highly asks for something, we give it to him, because he's a good fella in spite of his shortcomings. He's supporting Pep and all of that, and we don't have no problems with that. But in spite of all his shortcomings, he asked for a song. I went and I looked for it and I played for him just to keep him happy. Because somewhere in the middle of the show, he go off, he go tilt, he go kill Kete sideways. And it didn't do that he could drink a Stag or drink a Carib or drink a Heineken or drink a Banks beer or anything. He could just kill Kete sideways.
Because how is the storm today?
How's the storm? I am groovy. Oh, you mean Stella? Yeah, I'm groovy.
Stella the Storm. Okay.
Stella the Storm. I'm groovy. Like
That's good.
Sunday afternoon.
That's good to
Rose,
know.
just so you know, Vonnie Roberts said I did not give my approval to Anselm for any of my girls for any date. So I don't know.
The bulb is going out and it's too high up for me to climb. But I'm not going up there to try to fall down. So,
she
you
had to
know,
she gonna get a bulb screwer in. A person who does come, a man who does come to screw in the bulb.
Wow.
You know?
let's
That's
hope
what
that
she said, eh?
some screw.
So it wasn't me. I just repeating. Hey, look, we partner Adish. Taika Pizza cousin. I mean Arjun cousin. They get the name Body Cam first. Okay.
Where's the
And
body
just
cam?
laugh out loud. All right, here comes Heidi. Let me hear what you have to say now. If the line is wrong, but if the police gun down some criminal, that is okay with me. Time to kill criminals on the spot. Highly no, unacceptable.
Wow.
You see what? Listen, I didn't even read the man comment. I just 2 seconds ago talk that you go kill Kitty over to the left, right? I tell you that, right? Look. As soon as he comment, how we gonna do that? So all right. So if I is a criminal and I'm not involved in any illegal activity, you could just come and take me out of the earth.
No, but the thing is that how many are gonna be misjudged? How many mistakes they're gonna make when they start becoming judge, jury, and executioner?
No, but that is acceptable for Hailey. So Hailey, if you in Trinidad and I mistake you, mistakenly, you for somebody else, and that somebody else is a criminal, I could just come and do you what I do you to whatever I feel to do you because I am a police officer with a gun. That's right. Nah, that can't be right. How could that be right?
You know, it's just where does it stop? You know.
Nah, Hailey, that can't be right.
Anselm, you got to hear this one. Someone sent me a video of a neighbor, African American neighbor, plowing the snow or cleaning the snow at another neighbor's residence, who was adjoining his residence, and the Caucasian neighbor calls the police to accuse them of trespassing.
The sidewalk. It was the sidewalk in front.
That's
so
the
the
one
boy,
the Karen video with Karen.
Yeah. And the boys only cleaning the neighbor. They clean it for everybody. And she comes out and tells them they're trespassing. And she takes the snow, she shovels it, put it back on the sidewalk.
The sidewalk and call the cops.
Yep.
So where does it end?
And then another video. This woman, she's a doctor, so she whatever her business was in this neighborhood, she didn't quite state. She did say she had to take pictures, but she didn't go into detail as to what. So she parked her car, went to the property, did what she had to do, and come back in the car. The white people surrounded her and told her, what are you doing here? And you don't belong here. And whatnot. One told the other one, and she videotaped the whole call. He went, go inside and get my coat with the gun. So then she called 911 live, and they came. The police come asking her for her ID. And I'm like, what is really going on in the world? And she's explaining that as she felt threatened, they said they're going to get a gun. He's blocked. The police see him, the car is blocked. Before you tell them, hey, you got to move and let you can, They're like, they want to know why she this, and they didn't ask the guy for no ID yet, I don't know, boys. Answer.
But then I tell another one where the guy's a pastor, and his next door neighbor was away, and the next door neighbor told him to water the plants for them while they're away, and he over there water any plant, and a neighbor down the street called police for him. And the police come and wanted to arrest him because he said the neighbor called somebody trying to break into the person's house.
Jesus Lord.
And the man watering, and when he tell the police officers and them, they don't want to listen to him, you know. The man, and he's a pastor. You understand? I did say Trinidad is an unlawful country. Don't blame the police when they shoot them criminals.
But highly, I mean, the guy, he was on the ground. He wasn't resisting. He was lying on his stomach. He was not resisting. From what I saw in front there, it was plain as day. You had to pump bullets in his back. Come on, highly. Nah. I don't care if he's a pest. You deal with pests. You take him to the system, and if he was doing stuff, and he is the one doing the stuff, make him pay the price. Incarcerate, whatever, if he's doing the wrong thing. But nah, lying on the ground there, and no gun, not resisting, and you pump all them bullets in his back, no highly. Nah.
But here, Adish says, we blame the police when they shoot criminals. But when them bad boys shoot our family. So what it should be is that if you are a known criminal and you are not doing anything illegal, it is okay for the police to come and just expire you because you are considered to be a criminal. That is acceptable. We accepting that. Right? That's acceptable, right?
Nah, everybody should have everybody should have their day in court. No, highly. You're not gonna come and rob and traumatize me. Okay?
That's unacceptable.
Yeah. I don't believe you're on the ground like that and you're pumping bullets in you. So come on. No.
There's no law and order.
No.
So
No.
The police arresting our next police.
Yep.
Right? The special reserve guy being arrested by another police officer.
In that whole melee there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he said I was in Barbados for 5 days, I was amazed to see many tourists there. I could not believe what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Why was he amazed?
Funny. Nice beaches, boy. What's wrong with you?
I tell you, I go kill Kitty to the left. Here we come back and say, that is not what I say. Don't put words in my mouth. I put what you say up on the screen, Heidi. Let me go back and let me go back. Right? And put what you say up on the screen. Right? I tell you, go kill Kitty over to the left. Before I even read your comment, I said that. Let me get it. Everything going. No, where it going? Let me get it. No, highly. You have to be careful, man. We cannot have a country where is that the police, right, a judge, jury, and executioner.
That's right.
Unacceptable.
Even if it works.
So here is one. Here is one where you say, if the line is wrong, but if the police gun down some criminals, that is okay with me. Times to kill criminals on the spot. Right, what you say. Look at right there. I tell all you go kill Kitty over to the left. You see? If it's one thing highly, you know I speak truth to power. And I ain't gonna lie on you. Because I ain't gonna remember. Now hear what you say. That is not what I say. Don't put words in my mouth. So I tell you what you mean.
When the police make a mistake and kill your relative thinking they're a criminal, then you'll have another song to sing. I can assure you.
Yeah. Sometimes person. What about them fellas that got shot the other day in the car that was coming from a party or something? Remember?
Right.
Now, Eileen says if you rob someone at gunpoint and the police come on the spot, they should have the right to kill the bandit.
That's not how that works.
That's how that works?
That doesn't sound logical to me. Sounds like
So what he's saying, if you arrive on the scene and you are in the process of committing bodily harm, dangerous crime, bodily harm towards someone, and you engage the police, they should engage you. But to just, go to where they are and call them out and shoot them on the spot, no, we can't. Highly, come on. Then what's next? You may look like somebody that they're looking for, and you may be saying, "Hey, that's suspect B," and then go and snap there. Come on, Hailey.
So let's think about it, right? Think about if Hailey is a police officer. Think about it.
Think about how many police officers are there thinking what he's thinking.
Right? If Hailey is a police officer, I could tell Hailey, you see that fella there is a criminal. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If I tell Hailey there's a criminal, then Hailey could take it into his own hands, right? To expire that person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what Hailey said. You could be, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. And watch now. I want to ask you all, Vonnie Roberts, you agree with that? Rose, you agree with that? Mean Gene, you agree with that? Rennie, you agree with that?
No, what I agree with, if you come into my house and I don't know you and you have no key,
Cancel Christmas, yes. Whatever.
Cancel Christmas, sir. I ain't asking you what you're doing in the house.
Questions.
What?
Whatever you get your tea.
I ain't screaming and I ain't calling no po-po. I dealing with you. So when they come
on your property, right? You have to deal with whatever the consequences are. Because I don't know where you're coming for.
Yes. I didn't ask you. I didn't invite you here. You don't live with me. I'm a woman by myself. I dealing with you. Straight up.
So,
and then ask questions.
So Hailey say, I believe police should kill all murderers and bandits.
What? Okay. What?
When does the police become the judge, jury, and executioner?
But then the police go kill themselves because some of them are, we saw the judicial killings. I
don't know, Oh, okay. So Vonnie Roberts disagree with Hailey. Vonnie Roberts says, agreed with the storm. The police shot the guy crawling underground. He was not resisting. There you go, Hailey. There you go.
He wasn't resisting.
Thank you very much, Vonnie Roberts. Right?
He was not resisting. Try, just Vonnie, who's it? Hailey, you pray you don't look like somebody that they're looking for. Okay. Well, play because a lot of us resemble each other. All right? And pray you don't resemble one of them, that you believe that should be shot on the spot, Okay.
Mean Gene says Wall Street, the man watering his neighbor garden was arrested. Yeah, he was arrested. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
the man was arrested.
the preacher.
The man was arrested while watering his neighbor garden, boy.
He was arrested?
Yeah, the pastor.
The pastor was arrested. Who tell you go and water your neighbor garden?
These Karens. And then I saw a story where the black woman been banking at the bank for the longest, and she go on to either deposit another check or do banking business. And then they call the police for her.
Heidi, what are you talking about? Please
sorry.
Alicia told me that's not what I'm talking about. All you, please don't go too hard on Hailey. I tell all you, we had to take him for the 90%, not the 10%.
So Hailey say what? He pray for himself.
To the left.
I'm not afraid of nothing. God is who I fear, and I fear God. I do. But if you come where I am and I didn't invite you, you got to fear me. I'm not one of them females to run in a corner and scream and hide. I go wait for you. You inside? Good. All right. I go deal with you. Let Farris and them find out what went on. Who's your attorney general now?
Wow. Wow.
What's your fellow name, boy? I forget your name, yes?
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
What is that?
What's your name, boy? I forget your name.
Can you imagine that his name doesn't pop into our heads?
Doesn't pop into your head. Yeah. Somebody will tell me.
It's not Amor, right?
Yeah, it's Amor. Here we go.
It's Amor?
Reggie Amor, Reginald Amor.
Yeah, Reginald Amor.
Yeah.
So,
To me, that's interesting, right? It doesn't pop right into your head. But listen
so
to this.
Reginald Amor will have to figure out who did who and why.
Funny, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Full 100. Vonnie says highly. The police should only react if they are in danger. They can't go around killing anyone who is no threat to them.
Not threat to
Full
them,
100.
yeah?
Absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
you can't do that.
Absolutely correct.
You can't do that.
Yeah. You know what? If we are doing that, people might as well just stay in their home, boy, because if the police consider you to be a bandit,
Or you look like a bandit.
You look like a bandit. Look the bandit. Remember that song, Look the Bandit?
Look the bandit there.
Yeah. Now, highly, boy.
You might be wearing a signature hairstyle, signature pants, a certain sneaker, and you look like a bandit. What's going on? That's profiling, and then you're executing me. You can't do that, highly.
No, you can't.
We can't evolve into a society like that because, like I said, you might resemble one of the real bandits. And they will pull you over
the same fate too.
and then they deal with you.
Yeah. So
they've been checking your ID. Look, you look like the fella. Pull you engage and you get haughty. That got your lights gone.
Vonnie Robert says no, Anselm. I'm not in agreement with Hailey. So Capiza, welcome. So Hailey, stop digging now, man. When you're in a hole, they say stop digging.
Mm-hmm. Well, find a ladder.
Yeah. So if the police come catch the bandit in your house, they should not kill him, but you have the rights to kill.
Well, when the police come, he gonna be done dead. So they may have to come and kill. I gonna fix his light, his or her light. Huh? So you come in there to harm me. So when I call the police, there's a movie where Julia Roberts ran away from her abusive husband, and he tracked her down to wherever she was. And he come in the house, he playing this crazy music. So she knew that Boschkoff or whatever his name is, and she knew that he was in this sanctuary place she had found. And I'm trying, she said she picked up 911. I've just shot an intruder and dealt with him. And the man was still standing up. And I also saw it in an eye for an eye with Sally Field, when this fella had raped and killed her daughter. And she, he went in her house and she picked up the line. 911, I just shot an intruder.
Diana, Nadia said you have your power.
I'm a power. Oh, you mean Stormy? Yeah, why Stormy biting his ankle? I will deal with it from.
Yo, Rose said a thief was breaking into my house. I opened your item 3 times with a hammer.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You asked for that. Yeah.
Yeah. What you have to do?
She better be glad it was a petty thief.
Boy.
And look, what about you're traveling in public and they want to get on the thing and or the driver themselves want to try and abduct you? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do in a case like that? Your life is in danger. You got to go all out to protect your life. It's in danger. Yeah? And they want to with the pepper spray that they promised the women. They get there?
Vonnie said I was held up 3 times, shot once by bandits. But that does not mean the police should kill a bandit if their life is not in danger.
No, you just can't do that. Then that's vigilante, and then we going down the road that Hitler went down. Oh, you look like a Jew. Put him inside the gas chamber. You can't do that.
But Hailey says, go destroy your whole city without any question. Yet you guys feel you have the right to tell me how I should see it. Please, I'm not asking for your agreement. No, Hailey, nobody telling you to ask for our agreement. We only asking it to be rational. That's all. We don't ask it to agree with us. We're not asking that. We are just saying in these situations, we have to be rational. And, you just can't do those kind of things. Because the same thing that could happen to somebody else could happen to me, could happen to Diana, could happen to Tommy, could happen to you.
Yeah, I could be mistaken for a bandit.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, Diana. That's exactly. So you don't want to be the mistaken bandit?
Or
No.
someone in a prejudicial mode could call and call you out as somebody who you're not. And
Thank you. And where I leave you, Tommy. So that's what we're talking about, highly. You gotta shoot people on sight. So I shoot you if you're inside my house and you're not there. But outside, you can't give police those powers. Well, yeah, you look like that bandit we looking. And then you're trying to explain, hello, I don't know what you're talking about, because you're gonna get defensive now. And they're gonna get up their ante with their business that they like to dispense. The situation could escalate out of control.
Diana,
So that a person is the police is armed with a gun, and
Diana, Mean Gene says, if someone enters your property unarmed, you do not have the right to take their life. You'll be arrested.
Okay, well then you come in my property unarmed then. Break into my property
Mean Gene, I don't know about that.
Break into my property unarmed.
Tommy, what's your take on that? I don't know about that.
Come on, break in by me.
Go ahead, Tommy.
I always tell people, I lived in the United States for how long? Never had a burglar bar on any house that I lived in or owned. Never had a burglar bar. And nobody ever broke into any of them. Why?
Come on, break in by me, Mean Gene.
Well, let me
Please come now.
When I moved to Newark for the first time and we was renovating the house, somebody broke into the house. And they steal a lot of things. And the funny thing is that I had some like Trinidad pennies in a jar. They take all the pennies and throw it all over the ground. Because it was vexed.
Obviously, that's a crackhead.
They was vexed because they don't look at what's Trinidad pennies. You understand? But that's a scary feeling, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Gene, I sorry, right? I sorry. If you're gonna take the chance to go in somebody's house, whatever the consequences are, you have to suffer the consequences.
That's it.
That's why people don't put burglar bars on, because when you come in, whatever you get,
suffer the consequences.
What you get, you take.
Yeah. You have to protect yourself and your family.
All right. And you break it in, you don't know what their intentions are. They could rape you, kill you. They may not only just want to steal from you. You have to defend. You have the right to defend your property and your life.
That's right.
You have the right. So come by me and break it in, Eugene. I remember, where was I? I can't remember where I lived. But I came home to someone in my home whom I did not know. And I knew, I saw the door was tinkered with. So my senses kicked in. And I know where I have hammer. I know where I keep that long cutting knife, long like a machete. I know where I keep a concoction. I had a concoction of, I think, ammonia and something in a bottle, right? And I heard them inside the bedroom, and they're pulling drawers out, and I waited a certain corner. They come out, man. They got a good blow to the head from me. I mean, I hit them hard. They went down on the ground. And when they went on the ground, I put my foot in their throat. I already had the phone in my hand calling 911. Oh, yeah. And I told them, don't move. If you move, I'm going to cut your head off. 911 came, huh? Good.
I I like Hailey too, man. You know? He say, Hailey say, only see all your wicked ways, and I see my righteous way.
Mhm.
Oh God. Well, yes. All right. So Mean Gene challenge we to Google it.
Google it. Yeah. What state? That's different states.
Yeah.
Different states, Mean Gene.
Okay. All right. So can you be arrested for intruder in your house? I
For
guess you can
for
try that.
Can
for,
you
for
Google it
killing
then.
can you be arrested? And what about Florida law that says stand your ground? There's different laws for different state, Eugene.
oh gosh,
Rose
was
Rose is real kicks, you know. Rose say
Well,
them stupid that's breaking. They suck
just
my
breaking
man
and
everywhere.
sucking. Oh Lord.
can you be arrested?
Right. So Capiza said not in Savannah, Georgia.
See?
Yeah, that word, yeah, that Mean Gene. So it's different
Different state.
states. Not
Mm-hmm.
Savannah, Georgia. You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
in different states. But
Florida.
yeah, but I want to shift. I want to shift the focus a little bit on something that happened. Let me see. And I think this is sad. This is really sad. The castle law. Capiza said the castle law. The name of the law. Okay. Let me Google that. The castle law. CASTLE. Castle law. The castle law. Yeah. The castle law.
Okay. Listen here. In Connecticut, it says the bill to Connecticut's Castle Doctrine, which says a person may use deadly force and is not required to retreat when confronting a home or workplace intruder. All right.
Yeah, and listen what it is. Capiza boy.
Yeah.
You see all yeah?
Mhm.
We value all the people in the village.
That's
Because
right.
at some point in time, you will bring
Mhm.
something to the table. Capiza finally brings something valuable to the table.
Mhm.
after, after almost 2 years in the village, Capiza, thank you very much. This is what it says. Texas Castle Doctrine affords people with the legal right to self-defense when in private space such as their home or vehicle. The
Mhm.
individual rights to self-defense also apply when they are compelled to defend their property.
Yep.
Eugene, you hear that? That might be in where you live in Eugene, but there are places when it's a little different.
Oh, look, they even said, in part, the bill said a person could use deadly force to extent he reasonably believes that as such to be necessary to prevent or terminate an unlawful entry by force into his motor car. Okay? Well, so yeah, the house, you're trying to get in the car and you could lose your life trying to do that.
Yeah, I like Hailey too bad.
Lana, good night, Lana.
Hailey say, how many people dead in Noah and the ark? God wipe out all who believe criminals have rights. Heathens.
Oh, you heathens. I am a heathen.
Ali want to take me to church tonight, boy.
Heathens.
Hailey.
Wait. He vexed with me because I believe the woman have the right to choose if she want an abortion. He vexed with me since then. So tonight I'm a heathen now. Oh, Lord.
As you say that.
Oh, God.
I want to say something. Diana, welcome.
Lana.
I know you say
Lana, welcome. Yeah, sorry. Rajvi, boy. Rajvi inside. Rajvi says at WZYE TV. Hold on.
Those laws.
Does laws only apply? Does laws don't apply in blue state? Right? They still bring charges. I don't know. I ain't sure.
But they say that you can use deadly force to protect yourself and your property.
Oh God, boy. Kapisa
I
telling
say
me,
they're gonna charge you while they investigate, I guess.
Kapisa telling me business, boy. I live on a 45 acres. The castle
Mm-mm.
law starts at the gate to enter the state needs a warrant.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, as you say that, Diana,
Yeah.
it is my understanding. Yeah. Oh, God, we have unlimited firearms as well. Lana, I apologize. Lana say I changed she name.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to, Diana, as you said something there, and we was talking about my body, my choice, and
Here we go
all they
again.
get on the case because of what we are talking about carnival. Now, there's a situation now where the police is, you cannot have a tattoo anymore exposed if you're going to be a police officer in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh my Lord.
Eh? Let me see if I Google it. Because I get that from a good friend. As a matter of fact, he sent a voice note, but it's a kind of a long voice note. Let me see if I can play that voice note. Hold on, eh?
But what does a tattoo have with police in?
Well,
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Lana, full 100, eh? And instead of asking for betterment of government and new government, ask for our constitution to be changed for betterment for citizens in the country. I
Amen.
agree with you, full 100.
Amen, Lana.
Yeah?
That's why I'm so bitter with the UNC. They had a chance to straighten that out in 2010 to 2015, and I know they just talking garbage and giving excuses. They
Full
would
100, Lana. I agree with that, full 100.
they would have
So, go ahead, Tommy.
Mean Jean, go ahead, Tommy.
they would have been a transformational leadership if they had done the right thing with that constitution that they talked about so much before the election.
Yeah. Mean Jean said in Washington, D.C., a man was arrested for shooting a 13-year-old for trying to break into cars. Listen, trying to break into cars is different.
Or was he breaking into the man's car or his own?
But if you're trying to break into a car, right? I don't know if he had the right to shoot the person. I don't know.
No. But was it, he said cars. Was it his personal car? And if a 13-year-old trying to break into my car, I will try my best to deter them. But if they want to get aggressive, then they have to take what they get. That's it.
So obviously, he must have observed him trying different cars because he's not breaking in, but trying.
But who give you trying to break into other? You're not breaking into my car. I'm not gonna go shoot you for that. There was nobody in the car. There was no one in the car, and he wasn't. They weren't in danger. Why you shoot him? You call the police and let they handle that.
Yeah, I would think if a person is trying to break into a car, I don't think you are in danger if you're not in the car.
Nope.
If the car is just sitting there and there's no one in the car, no one is in danger. Right? I mean, I think that's a big problem. If you kill a person for trying to break into a car.
And the keyword is trying, not even breaking in.
Yeah, trying. If you're trying to break into a car, I get that. Rose says you can laser out tattoos. Yeah. Lana says, Anselm, that's an old law. No police must have tattoos exposed. So
let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask a stupid question. So you have a tattoo of your mother's name, your wife's name, your dead brother.
Matter. No, it doesn't matter. If they
wait,
say no
finish my statement.
Go ahead.
And these tattoos are sentimental in nature. They're not pornographic in nature.
Put it under your foot. Put it under your foot.
And you did well on the exams. You're exemplary in the training, and you would make a good police officer. So that tattoo of your mother's name on your arm stops you from becoming a police officer in Trinidad and Tobago.
If that's the law, yes.
Well, I find it to be a stupid law. Same thing with the short pants. You can't go in here in short pants and slipper and it backward. It's
Well,
backward.
Daisy Law.
Well, the backward and the triplet. If you tattoo your mother's name, because some people are sentimental with my family members, right? I understand the other art, work of arts. We were,
Just let it be hidden. Just let it be hidden. That is all.
that's a stupid. Because the other westernized countries, they don't pay attention to tattoos no more. Just when you're on duty in the uniform, they say cover it up.
Let me
But
see if
they're not gonna disqualify you from taking an exam or training to become a police officer.
So then hold a minute. Let me see if this is it. Hold on a minute. Let me see if this is it. Hold on.
Saturday, the 25th of February, 2023. And this is the Watchman. A candidate for a position of police constable in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has taken legal action against the state, and more specifically the TTPS, over its tattoo exclusion policy. A policy which presently says that for persons seeking to become officers in the police service, they must not have visible tattoos on their bodies. And this policy has been a revised one from the older days when I joined the police service, when they would not take you if you had a tattoo anywhere on your body, much less one that was visible. But over the years, the policy has been relaxed and changed to suit changes in society. You know that yesterday's morality is not the same as today's morality. And the police service cannot remain stuck in the past or stuck into procedures. And
I wanna pause right there real quick. You hear what you say? Yesterday's morality cannot be today's morality. That is the same thing with carnival. Yesterday's carnival cannot be today's carnival.
You mean pornival?
Pornival, I like that one. I like that one.
Wait, before you go there, I saw Mrs. Nicole Dyer Griffith in the most splendiferous costume, right? And Mrs. Nicole Dyer Griffith is a beautiful black woman, lovely shape. She was into some beauty queen thing. Only help me not to, if I'm going down the wrong road. And she was clad from head to toe in a splendiferous costume. That's all I am going to say.
And we are happy to hear that. Let me listen. Let me continue listening.
And policies that are not in step with this progress or the movement of society. So the police service has changed that policy somewhat, but there was a big gap. The gap was that policy tended only to be for persons who were coming into the service. But within the service themselves, there was no prohibition. And over the years, officers, some of whom are in the senior ranks now, had tattoos done on their bodies. And that creates a problem because it spreads a message that you can't come in with one, but after you come in, you could do what you want.
You hear that? You hear that? How that making any sense?
I hear that.
We Trinidad and Tobago sometimes we kick see too bad, Let me continue to listen.
But to his credit, the police service attempted to address that by saying that tattoos should not be visible once you're in uniform. But it should also not be visible if you're in plain clothes and performing duties on behalf of the police service. And that is where the problem lies. What kind of tattoos would you allow and what would you ban? Because a nice bunny rabbit today on your skin, and you could say that's normal and that's accepted, but that might be a symbol for some extremism in the future. That's a problem that the service has. And it's because we have taken something that was part of persons' cultural identities in countries in among certain tribes and regions in India and in Africa and in the Pacific, and we have made it part of the norm in our present society. But tattoos are also used as, in some cultures, as a sign of beauty or as identification amongst prisoners and gangs, motorbike gangs in the United States, gangs and prisoners in gulags in Russia and in other countries, and even among persons of particular persuasions or orientations as a form of identification of each other. Now, that is because when you borrow culture, you don't always borrow the norms and an understanding of what it's for. The same with bungee jumping, where people use bungee jumping now as a type of sport.
So you see what I'm talking about? What I'm talking about is that now the police have to figure out, because is it for incoming police officers only, right? Or is it for anybody who's in the police force? That means to say if you're already in the police force and you have a tattoo, it must be covered up. So if you have a tattoo on your hand,
You can't get in.
or you go cover up that.
Huh? You can't get in. You can use makeup when you're on shift. You can't get in. I mean, come on.
A tattoo, boy? For a tattoo?
Yeah, you can do a certain makeup that will cover it for the matte makeup, waterproof.
Yeah, but
I've
does a
seen
tattoo
that.
tell you that you go be a good officer or not?
That's what I'm saying. You heard me say that. You may pass the exam, the flying colors, the physical aspect of it, the critical thinking aspect, but because you have a tattoo of a lizard on your hand or your neck, oh no, you won't make a good police officer. It's stupid and backward. You can't come in here because you have on a 3/4 pants and slippers. I understand you come in and extremities are hanging every which way. And you're not clean. And you look disheveled, and people can ask, "Hey, come on now." Right, but you're not be allowed entrance into a building because you're wearing slippers or 3/4 pants in hot climate. In a hot climate, huh? That don't make no sense.
Discrimination. That's what that's called.
Yeah. What's it called?
Discrimination.
Yeah.
No kind of sense at all. The place is warm and sticky. That nice 3/4 pants and slippers on your foot because that's weather for. That's apparel for the sort of weather you're in. You can't come in here to conduct me. What madness is that?
That's sweet. Rajvi says, honestly, Trinidad need a castle law. Criminals kill innocent people every day for no reason.
That whole legal system need revamping. We need job opportunities, training. We need some sort of longevity outlook on job prospects for these youth so they don't go to gang violence and crime. We need to work with them, entrepreneurial, setting up some sort of association with them, something to get them to have their own livelihood without having to go to crime. Because you can't go and kill them all out, right? I don't agree with that, right? Because you don't know what circumstances they have emerged from that caused them to be in that life. You don't know. So I don't agree with murdering them. You need opportunities for them while they're in school. You have captured those that are struggling, and stop putting so much emphasis on these SEAs and other things, because everybody ain't cut out to pass Shakespeare and all them things, right? Somebody might be inclined to trades. You capture those spirits and souls that are inclined to trade, and you steer them that way. You capture those that are inclined to be chefs, inclined to be tailors, inclined to be hotel workers, inclined to be fishermen. right? You steer them where they want to go. So you know they're not having a life of crime. Oh,
People, please don't get upset with Hailey. Yeah? Hailey says police should do not be allowed to drink alcohol at any time at all. Please don't get upset with Hailey. Please. so, so when you're off duty and you're in your private home, we go have a alcohol cam. You know, like they have a body cam. We go have an alcohol cam, right? To check you, to see if you're drinking alcohol when you're off duty.
He'll be firing a great percentage of the TTPS.
Hailey, don't get upset with Hailey though, please. Please.
and I saw one incident where they removed a person from the vicinity in which he was in. And when people ask him, what did he do? They just come and snatch him. We're going to check him to see if he has a warrant. And they put handcuffs on him, put him and carry him away.
But
check.
Listen, it is okay. So it is okay for police not be allowed to drink alcohol, but we could have people in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago walk in the street, WWD.
Walking
right?
while
yeah, we
WWE walking while
inebriated. WWD.
I call it WWE, walking while inebriated.
Well, I mean, whichever one you want to use. Eh? Really? Serious? That's why we are the problems that we are in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Rose say picnic does he raise tattoos.
Okay. So those who killing the pigs, hold the blood and sell it. There's a look a market open up right here now.
Rajvi says for castle law to apply in Florida, you need to be in an enclosed space, not in the street or open area. That makes sense.
You're inside the place, you hear the word castle. You're inside the person's house. You're in the castle, like I'm implying you're indoors. My castle, my home. What you doing here? What are you doing here? I asking it that, huh? I'm gonna assume that you come to kill me and hurt me. So I'm gonna take the anti-position.
Capiza says not in danger, that is attempted murder.
Huh?
Well, I mean, if a guy person trying to break into a car, you're not in danger and you decide to take it into your own hands, that could be considered
so if you're in the car and they coming at you,
that's a different story. But if the car is empty and the person is trying to steal the car, for example,
well, you cause a scene and let them run away. You don't shoot them.
If our constitution remains the same, we will continue to have only an exchange of government and no change.
True.
Yeah. Oh, look, Rose says, I am a PNM. No, I have good reason, but Rowley must go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, Chogdas, that's why Chogdas sing the calypso, everybody cussing the PNM. Anselm, you know about the Brunswick murder? No, Capiza, I don't know about that now. We could Google it.
What's the Brunswick murder?
I don't know. Google it. Diana, please.
Capiza giving people hard work.
No, but listen. No. But no, listen. Capiza, finally, when he do that, he brought the castle to us. Yes. And then he bring in the Brunswick. He bring in important information. We had to keep him on that level. Right? We had to try to keep Hailey from Kilkitane to the left. Yeah. Lana says, Diana, many police have tattoos, so the law is for some, not all. Oh God. Hailey says if politicians cannot drink alcohol for carnival, why should police have tattoos? Okay, all right. I just had to read the comments. Yes. Yeah. Diana, Lana agreeing with you. Miss Griffith had on a fantabulous costume.
Yeah, so now look carnival, right? And no sooner had I said, look, Carnival, here come Pornival behind it. You
No,
know? So,
it's not Ponyval.
But
uh-huh.
talking about the Brunswick murder, it's Ahmad Aubrey killing the
Yeah, that's Ahmad Aubrey. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what it is?
yeah, Ahmad Aubrey killing in Georgia is described as the Brunswick murder.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So, folks, it's in the
But,
village
but,
with
but
the
just,
DAT.
mm,
It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. It's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this message. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You know it's Spencer Man from Jamaica, and we're representing for Wall Street in the village with the DAT, Diana, Anselm, and Tommy, Triplets, and WZYE 95.9 FM at 7 p.m. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. 1 to 10 p.m. Sunshine girl, the Caribbean. Come cross girl for your summertime. You look so good in your bath suit. Come spend some time with the bingy man. Just drop back in the island for this summer drive up in the scheme and go look for my lover. White shirt and a clean clothes, we no sewer. Y'all say we clean for we hygiene govern. WZYE. Road burn up, party can't lock off till the sun come up. Yeah, we now go home, play the song for the girl them. Sunshine girl, them up for me son. The black one, the tall one, the skinny one. The one where you sell from the minivan. Be a pretty girl come from the Caribbean, yeah. Sunshine girl, them up for me son. The black one, the tall one, skinny one. The one where you sell from the minivan. Be a pretty girl come from the Caribbean, yeah. The little song playing, I'm a little van load. I'm a speaker thump, I'm in a sport mode. I'm a park up the beast right up in the crowd. While the song still a play, a girl a wine to the tune. Be a girl, they are some slim, some heavy. See a thick body girl with her slim friend Shelly. Tall girl, short girl, they in her place. Chrome skin girl with a two in her face. Where we say you know, road burn up, party can't lock off till the sun come up. DAT a play, we not go home, them a play the song for the girl them. Yeah, man, this is Spencer Man representing for WZYE. Big up the whole of the massive on the crew them in that Trinidad. Keep it locked, don't touch the dial.
Spencer Man.
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in New Jersey for talk, news, sports, and information. The Caribbean.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say a special note to our brethren in JA. Right, Tommy?
That's right.
Yeah, that's a good one. We definitely putting that in. Large up. You see the blessing me in Jamaica too in all you.
He's a Jamaican. He's a Guyanese.
Who he is?
Jamaica.
I don't know.
Jamaica.
He's a Jamaican. Yeah. Him now a song so.
You know, I don't know.
Now a song like him a come from yard.
I don't know, but I feel like get highly something to eat today and you drink it.
But look, going to the Brunswick thing, right? They tried to use that law in the court. Oh, about he was seen perusing these properties and whatnot. They tried to, but you know, the excellent work of the defense attorneys, right? Get the Tory jump out. There were all three of them involved, and they decided they're gonna stalk this man and kill him because he's black. The other people went in the same residence. They showed the security camera, and then nothing happened to them. But because he went in there, right, they tried to use it. That's what they tried to do.
No, I want to address something quickly here.
Anselm's volume gone down.
No, maybe it's you.
No. Tommy, tell him his volume gone down.
He wasn't talking in the mic. That's what it was.
Yeah. I wasn't talking in the mic. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I want to kill Kitty a little bit like Hailey. But I don't want to kill Kitty to the right. I want to kill Kitty to the left. No, I don't
Oh,
want to
Lord.
kill Kitty to the left. I want to kill Kitty to the right. Sorry about that. We had a situation today in Trinidad and Tobago, whereas that a former UNC minister had made a statement with respect to human trafficking. And I asked the question whether this is fact or fiction. And soon thereafter, the opposition leader put out a statement regarding this statement here. So let's listen to this.
Fact or fiction, UNC human traffickers, Dr. Devant Maharaj. I wish to confirm the statement of the Honorable Prime Minister and the 2022 U.S. Human Trafficking Report, which links particular members of the UNC with human trafficking. I wish to confirm that during 2010 to 2015 internal investigations headed by senior UNC officials investigated the allegations of human trafficking. I can confirm that I assisted in these investigations. I can also confirm that the allegations were confirmed to be true and correct. I confirm this as particular individuals who now hold high office in the party on a regular basis provided a regular supply Venezuelan and Colombian prostitutes to persons within and without the party. I myself was approached on several occasions to utilize this service, all of which I refused. No action was, however, taken against those who were found to be involved in the criminal activity, as they were all close to the political leadership. The leadership then, as it is now, placed a premium on blind loyalty over everything else. Consequently, persons who were identified were not only actively protected but subsequently promoted to the highest levels within the party and never penalized or punished. I find it offensive, vulgar, and obscene that a political party headed by a woman provides a refuge and safe haven for individuals who peddle in the illegal act of women as sexual commodities on the open market. That these same persons pontificate to the population on legal issues and are continuously shielded not only by the political leadership of the UNC but by every single member of the UNC bench, national executive, and other party officials who all know about this open secret but chose to remain silent. Why do they not act? Simply put, they are all hopeful for political office one day and fear that if they stand up for what is right, they will not have an opportunity to participate in the distribution of the largesse of the state. The UNC under the present political leadership is a den of iniquity, a new Sodom and Gomorrah, the cave for Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, and a modern-day Studio 54. Competency and intelligence are ostracized by the political leadership in favor of the lowest common denominator.
Now, we are not going to do like other people and just give one side of the story, right? That was Devant Maharaj's side of the story with respect to when he was in there and, what he brought to the forefront. Now, Mrs. Kamala Prasad Dusesa, the opposition leader, immediately put out a media release. And this is to all editors. 25th February 2023, the Office of the Leader of the Opposition Leader. The U.S. Trafficking in Persons 2022 report clearly states senior government official Ken Rowley be so kind as to tell the country which member of the opposition UNC is currently a senior official in his government. They were actually talking about senior government officials during 2010 to 2015. Keith Rowley has again abused the cover of parliamentary privilege to make a complete fool of himself, and primary school students could read the U.S. report and understand the words senior government official. The first section of the report states corruption and official complicity in trafficking crimes remain significant concerns, inhibiting law enforcement action, and the government did not take action against senior government official alleged in 2020 to be involved in human trafficking, right? So, senior government official alleged in 2020 to be involved in human trafficking, right? Let's go to the other report. It continues to say that, okay, come on, man. It says that, can Keith Rowley be so kind as to tell the country which member of the opposition UNC is currently a senior official in his government? The report also clearly states that the government did not take action on the allegations. There's no one in our country who will believe the Rowley P&M government will take no action if the alleged officials were UNC. Clearly, P&M officials are the ones involved. This is a P&M government which wasted 45 million chasing ghosts at EMBD, paid millions in Nelson Gate scandal, and wasted millions in email gate, all with the intention of harassing UNC members. Rowley would have been champion, they say, champion. I'm reading just what they said, chomping at the bit to go after any UNC official had they been accused of human trafficking to score political points. The P&M are already covered up the pedophile ring, which their party and Rowley must take action against senior officials within this P&M government who have been implicated in this human trafficking scandal. I call on Rowley to treat the scourge of human trafficking seriously and to desist from using such a horrific crime to score cheap political points and distraction, as this is not a joking matter. Kamla Prasad Besessa, SCMP, Leader of the Opposition, February 25th, 2023. Right? So it has gone from, here's the second part here. It has gone from a report with respect from Devant Maharaj, put out a report with what happened when he was in cabinet, to a report saying that this is something that happened during 2020, and it involves the Rowley government. So you see how we going nowhere in Trinidad fast?
So let me ask a question, right? Yeah. And you know me, man. Take a stance and hold my corner. All right, good. Trafficking. Were these girls underage? Did they go willingly and present, their services to the people that, procured them? Right? I want to know, what does this have to do with making things better right now in Trinidad and Tobago? How is this going to help persons with the increased light bill, the cost of food, the criminal element, how many murders? 100 already? How does something like that in the past, if they were underage and these girls were done against their will, hey, but they have people have to survive, right? Hey, don't come for me, and they put themselves out there, right, to provide these services. I don't condone those things, but that's services they're offering. What does that have to do with, how they're fixing the roads, the water system, the criminals, the 100 murders so far, the lack of joblessness among Black men? What does this delicious story, how does that help remedy those situations? That's what I want to know.
But Diana, human trafficking is a big problem and have to be addressed.
Definitely, and I said it in the beginning.
Yeah, but
but
we cannot mix the two, though. We cannot mix the two. We cannot say that. What does that have to do with this and what does that have to do with that? Human trafficking is a significant problem in the world.
And I believe
we can't say, well, what does this have to do with that? We could say that for anything.
But answer them. If these women, okay, if he has proved that they were trafficked, when I hear trafficked, I thinking against your will. I ain't thinking, well, I advertise, I am the Black ginger. These services I offer. This is my cell. This is my email, right? And you reach out to me and we link up. I offer a service. Now, when I hear trafficking, I'm thinking these women were held against their will. They were held against their will. That's how I'm thinking, and passed around. Right now, if they were doing it of free will, they're offering a service, and these men procured their services. How is that trafficking? Or location of value. So that's the question I'm asking. I didn't say anything wrong with trafficking. Trafficking, like I said, I hear it against my will and underage and all that. But if I'm a grown hardback woman and I advertise Venezuelan dolly, Venezuelan sugar spice, and I have three of my friends, and I'm a grown woman and we offered services, and their services were procured willingly, how is that trafficking?
Dana, I don't think they're talking about that. I
Well,
think the report is very
let's go with
specific. When we call
well, then,
trafficking, trafficking is it's not willingly.
well, the person alleged trafficking in the thing, eh? So, if it is trafficking, then it shouldn't be, it should stop.
But that's what
However,
all I'm saying is that we cannot. Well, we could, but I don't think we should say, well, what about this? What about people who don't have this? What about people who don't have that? We could say that for anything.
Yeah, but when we talk about trafficking, it's usually under the deception that these women are being used.
Yes, they're being used.
that's what, and I want that clarified. Hear me, right? I want it clarified if they were offering services and they went willingly, or were they held against their will.
It's usually a case where they are quote unquote hired to do one thing, and then they wind up doing something else.
Well, let him bring forth evidence of that then. Bring about the evidence. Don't just come out and
No, but Diana, we know that maybe when we talk about trafficking, we know what we are talking about. We know what they are speaking about. They're not speaking about people who are doing it willingly. You're not talking about people who decide they want to do whatever they do to make a little thing, and they decide to do whatever they want to do. We're talking about you may be told that you're going to do one thing, and when you get there, something else happens.
What do you mean one thing? Like what?
I mean, you're
going to be a bartender, and then
you'll be a bartender. And when you reach to be a bartender, something different happened.
Understood. Well, I would call that, trickery and advertising by Satan. But however, Anselm, you gotta be careful with these allegations here, right? Because if I were an attorney, I'd be like, okay, let me interview the women. I want to talk to the women. Were you held against your will, or did you offer the service? I want to know how old you are. Were you held against your will? Were you asked to do something that you did not agree to? These are questions I want to talk to the women. I'm not going to go with Mr. Mann's letter here. No.
So Diana, let's say they are offered a bartender's job, and when they get here, they take away their documents and they subject them to.
And I said all these things can be clarified if you speak to the persons to whom the trafficking was allegedly perpetrated against. I want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to a person looking around.
They want to talk. Them illegal. They want to talk.
They have a right to talk under certain UN charter law and things. They have a right to talk.
Oh, Diana, please.
Nobody is illegal on God's planet. When God put the planet, He make boundaries and borders. Man make boundaries and borders. Right? Nobody is illegal. No one is illegal on God's planet. Let's get that right. Good. So let me find out. I want to
tell the customs people that now.
Man put boundaries and borders. I'm telling you.
People are not illegal.
And that's what I said.
When they deport you back to Trinidad, tell them, listen,
Man put borders. And if you look at the world, all you're seeing is sea, ocean, land. And then when you get there, they set up a physical border, a customs. The earth didn't come with a built-in customs border. Man put that.
But Rose's point is well taken too.
Well taken, absolutely, Tommy. Rose's point. Trafficking for body parts is another part of trafficking.
And you've never seen them. Yeah, but I would want to speak to the young women. I don't want to speak to this man who his obligations will be in yes. Go ahead.
Mean Gene taking it to task. He says, Diana, you cannot address one problem and ignore another. Hailey is also saying, Diana, it said human trafficking. Yet Diana concocting a different story.
The man said you could perceive something. I want to speak to the victims themselves, the alleged victim, to clarify and not speak in front of the person. Take them one side. I want to speak to them. I don't want to, because if they say I was all for it, I am down for it. Those are the services I offer because I don't speak the language. I don't have any skills. So I want to do that to make money. Hey, and they said that, hey, then you charge me with prostitution. But I want to find out more before I go along with this man's letter. But go ahead.
You really think
Mm-hmm.
if any illegal people from another country comes to Trinidad under the premise that they're going to be bartenders and then they are trafficked to do other things, you think they want to go and talk to the authorities?
You should be able to talk to the authorities. You should be able to.
Okay.
Because if you can't speak to the authorities, then that gives me concern that you are being trafficked.
Can't speak to the authorities. Do you want to speak to the authorities?
Yeah, I would want to speak to the authorities.
Yeah, and what's going to end up? What's going to happen to you that you came into this country illegally? What's going to happen?
What, that you came in the country illegal and what? And what, you get deported back, or you could apply for asylum. You can apply for asylum. They know the situation in Venezuela. You can apply for asylum. You know, these women, you know, they're not, you know, well versed in the language and the international ways of things. So they go to the first thing they know. You know, you can't clap down on a woman if she decide, hey, I'm gonna market my acre of land to make a living. If she's willingly doing that, then hey, you can't call that trafficking.
But Diana, I don't understand.
That's not trafficking.
What do you understand human trafficking to be?
How is that trafficking coming?
No, Diana, what do you understand human trafficking to be?
Where you have people on you probably have kidnapped them and they can't do as the movements are constricted, and you have to do as you say.
Or trafficking for body parts, right?
And it could also for body parts, yeah. But
if you decide to sell yourself legally, that's trafficking too, right?
How you mean if you decide to sell yourself legally? You doing it for you. How you mean you sell yourself legally? That's trafficking.
You consider that to be trafficking too as well?
No, I don't consider that trafficking. I consider that prostitution.
Okay, so if I'm a bartender, if I come to this country and they told me I'm gonna be a bartender or I'm gonna be a maid,
a dancer.
I'm gonna be a dancer. And then when they come, they tell me, well, partner or miss, you're not really good. You're gonna be a different type of dancer, right? And they shift the focus from you being a dancer on poles to being a dancer in a bedroom.
Like I said, I explained, if that's the case and they're holding you against your will, that's trafficking. Yeah. But if you decide you're going to do this thing willingly because that's the only way you feel you can make money, that's prostitution.
So then I'm kind of confused then.
Oh, like I said, speak to the alleged victims and clarify the whole thing.
Okay. All right.
Speak to the alleged victims and get the whole story from them.
All right. So Lana asked the question, did Devon go to the police with the information before the investigation?
I'm living on Earth, Nioba.
Those women are not able to speak out. He's correct.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How do you mean they're not allowed to speak up? Guys, boy.
Eileen said, Diana, you're not making sense. You expect all that in an article?
What do you mean I'm not making sense? If you show up in a country, you run from whatever persecution, alleged persecution, whatever, and you land in somewhere else, and you apply for asylum, or you're in there illegally, right? And you choose, okay, I got to do this to. Why can't they present themselves and say, well, look, I'm here illegally, I ran from so and so, and help me to get some work or something, right? I know the trafficking, but we have to find out if, because some of them must do it willingly, yeah? Okay. Some of them must do it willingly.
Willingly?
You go, there's a place in Barbados, the Garrison Savannah. You will find them there, willingly. They're willingly doing it.
So if they're really doing it, they're not trafficking. They're not
If
trafficking.
you arrive in a country and you choose, nobody said you got to go out there and you got to make this
That's
money.
not trafficking, Donna. Diana.
No, that's not trafficking. If you decide for
Talking
your
about trafficking, but we're not talking about trafficking.
So it's a thin line between trafficking and prostitution. Let me speak to the victims. Speak to the victim and find out what's going on with them.
I think the line's thin at all. I think there's
No, I don't think there's a line. I mean, there's a fence. Line. There's no thin line there.
different kettles of fish.
Yeah. There's a big fence. As a matter of fact, there's a wall.
All right.
No, there's a wall. I mean,
Niobe E, I should read the information available before I come back. Niobe E. All right, give me a moment, Anselm. When I lived in Barbados, I helped to rescue a young lady who was held against her will at a doctor's office. I went to see the doctor. I didn't know what was going on. And, he was my physician. And then she was cleaning the office. And so I zeroed in on her. So she looked kind of scary and shaky, So I watched her. I said, good morning. How you doing? And then she looked at me and motioning to me, putting her hand on her lip. Can't talk. I was like, oh, okay. And then she came back in. Asked me if I wanted a cup of tea or coffee or something. I said, no, I'm fine. A cup of juice? I said, yeah, that'd be good. And when she handed me the juice, she handed me a paper with her name and something say, help me, and help me. Help me, I'm here against my will. And I said, I didn't act out, I stayed, I kept my composure, went in to see the doctor, and I was analyzing. So I made contact with her through the doctor's office. I said I left something there. I come back and I made an arrangement with her to there's going to be a certain night she's going to come out and just run on her car is going to be waiting. And I kept her at me until she made it back to Guyana. And while she was at me, I questioned her about, so how did you end up in this situation? She said she came to Barbados looking for work. And she was promised this office cleaning work and stuff, but the doctor was doing nefarious things with her and to her, and she wants to get back to Guyana, right? And she didn't want to. And someone offered her something, doing chicken or something. She went 2 nights, but then other persons were trying to solicit her, and she didn't want to, although she needed the money, she didn't want to. So when I talk, I know, she didn't want to. She didn't want to become a prostitute. She didn't want to do that. She came to do the cleaning and whatnot. So I'm aware people can be tricked in the stuff. So she stayed with me a couple of weeks, get her plane fare, escorted her to the airport, me and some friends. We put on the flight back to Guyana. I told her, when you get to Guyana, you call me. You let me know you've made it back to your family. Yes. All right. So I know about going somewhere. I myself, when I landed in Barbados in 1979 with my tick Trini accent, I'm a foreign self. Individuals were coming up to me and, I could put you in here. And I did go to an interview, and the interview went downhill from waitressing to, possible, working on the street. I said, excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? Now I had the willpower and the fortitude to tell him to go scratch. But some people don't. Now, if I was in dire straits and I didn't have family and mother, I may have, you don't know, I may have said, okay, I'll work for you. And what do I have to do? But I'm not being I went willingly. That's what I'm saying. Right? But I didn't go. I had family there and my name. I can't be doing that. I didn't come there for that. But they do take advantage of foreigners in Barbados, and they're very xenophobic people. I tell them to go scratch. I'm not doing no such thing. You're crazy? Oh, and saw me in the streets many times.
All I did to say, the person who came from Guyana was trafficked.
Yeah,
Because she came there for a certain purpose, and it's
good.
not
And I agree.
So
I agree.
So that explanation you give is exactly what we are trying to tell you.
And I agree and I understand. However, Anselm, inside of that same transaction, some women may decide they're going to do it willingly. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Daryl Superstar says hello and good night to everyone. Big up everyone.
I'm not justifying human trafficking.
Ulrich Murray says, Miss Diana, you right? No. Nayabu, we don't have that type of language here in the village, okay? That's
Wow.
unacceptable. Okay? It's
Wow.
unacceptable. We don't do that. Right? We don't disparage people in the village. This is not the place for that. Okay? This is not the place.
Share opinions and we get along. That's it.
We don't allow disrespect in here, okay? Sorry. We don't allow that in here. Okay? It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. You could come
Nayabu, I am far from being dotish.
Diana,
okay?
Diana, let's just leave it alone, okay? Please. We don't agree and we don't accept that type of disrespect here in the village. Okay, it's unacceptable, totally unacceptable. But on that note, I want to go to something here that I am calling for.
Lana said, "Don't traffic. She too old." Lana, you might be somebody's forte girl. Like I thick and curvy. They might like it. They fish nice and thick. You never know, Lana.
I'm calling for these two individuals to apologize to the Seventh-day Adventist religion across the world. Right? I'm really calling on them to do that. Eh? This is important. I want you all to listen to this. And this is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Right? You could defend whichever party you want. You could do whatever you want. But when you try to disparage a whole religion, and I call them and tell them, and they hang up on me. I call them and tell them. I want to listen to this.
We know, as far as we know, Fali is some religious
leader. He is somewhere. A Seventh-day Adventist. Both. Let me tell you something, eh?
He was an
I'm happy that you said that, eh? Because where is the Seventh-day Adventist? These two persons put forward themselves, both Watson and Fali put forward themselves. Yes, as Seventh-day Adventists. And part of that is what encouraged persons to also support them.
And give them
now with this happening, particularly with Watson Duke, this has brought the Adventist faith into disrepute in my mind. Because this is what the Seventh-day Adventist is presenting to persons as someone that is in their organization, in their faith.
Or they support, yeah. Or if they support it.
Or supported.
You see why when upon reflection.
Let me say this, eh? Let me go solo here. I am calling on Julia Davy and Mr. Ruka on 91.9 FM in Trinidad and Tobago to apologize to all Seventh-day Adventists across this world for disparaging a whole religion for one individual that did something wrong. How about other people in the PNM who have done something wrong? And for example, if they are Catholic, right? If they are Shouter Baptists, if they are Anglicans, Julia Davy and Mr. Ruka only need to apologize to the Seventh-day Adventist religion, right, for all your disrespectful and disparaging remarks about a whole religion because of one person, right? Are we supposed to disparage the Catholics? If a minister was a Catholic, right? For example, if the fellow that couldn't stand up and he's a Catholic, should we disparage the whole Catholic religion? Should we disparage the whole Shouter Baptist religion? Should we disparage all the Anglicans in Trinidad and Tobago and across this world because of something that one person did wrong? Julia Davy and Mr. Ruka, I am calling on you two to apologize to the Seventh-day Adventists. And you know why? This is personal to me too. I ain't lying. My wife is a Seventh-day Adventist. My wife is a Seventh-day Adventist. Right? So all you want to put a whole religion under the bus right? Because of party, politics in Trinidad and Tobago. Politics. And all they want to throw a whole religion under the bus.
That your people.
All you're wicked and evil.
Well, I don't support Catholics, so you know what they do with the slave trade. I don't want nothing to do with them long time now. And I just say it openly. I do not. And I went to a Catholic elementary school. Huh? Good. I all hear Mary and Rosary Deed and telling the Father a lie that you have sinned and you commit no sin. You forgive me, Father, I have sinned. I slapped Tommy in the head. And I didn't slap Tommy. You know? So
Diana, this is totally different though. This
is
is
that ain't good.
This is totally different. If what Duke is a Seventh-day Adventist and Fali Chavez Augustine is a Seventh-day Adventist, and they did something wrong, Watson did something wrong, you go call on the whole Seventh-day Adventists across the world to apologize for Watson Duke because of politics. And we sit down there and we allow that to happen.
They're singing for the supper.
And listen to this now. I hear that when I drive in. I've been honest with all you. I drive in coming back from Brooklyn, going to see my mother, and I driving back home. And I listening to these two individuals disparaging the Seventh-day Adventists, and my mother-in-law saying on the back seat. And I call right there and then, she's a Seventh-day Adventist too. Or they put a whole religion, throw a whole religion under the bus to all you for politics to defend all your party.
That's your people, Anselm.
My people? Them could ever be my people?
They support the party that you support.
No, I support the party. Yes, I support that party. I don't support that behavior. We could be in the same party, but I don't support that behavior. Or you're throwing a whole religion under the bus? Why all in throw a next religion under the bus for bad things that other people do in Trinidad and Tobago? How come? How come? What about a PNM person who did something bad, right? And them in a different religion? Why you don't call that religion and ask them to apologize for that behavior? How come they didn't say that? How come? Why? Why? You see them?
Maybe they don't know.
They don't know. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. Right? That's the problem. That's the problem.
And you know, I don't listen to them, you know, the bacchanal and no, because Watson, you can file here, you condemn the whole.
Yeah, Troy. Listen, I grew up Catholic. I grew up Catholic, but I respect the Seventh-day Adventist religion. I respect them. You understand? And when you listen to these people on the radio for political thing, trying to throw a whole religion under the bus because of one individual, right? One individual, you want to throw them under the bus and you want to make it look good. Yeah. Or he's a Seventh-day Adventist too. Or you're wicked and evil, and God don't like evil. Don't like evil. I could talk about that. I could talk. Yeah.
While I respect all religions and I respect people who are Catholics, I personally have extricated myself away from being a Catholic since I found out all this stuff.
No, but Diana, you see, Diana, that's totally different, you know, seriously. That's something totally different. Totally different. And this is simple. This is very, very simple. Right? There was a problem with that individual, and you had to bring a whole religion
under the bus
in order for you to defend your party. Right? And that's unacceptable. If you want to talk about what happened during the slavery and slave trade, that is absolutely, and that's why reparations and all these things come into play. Okay? But when you sitting down on a radio station in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And to defend your party, to make you look good, you trying to say the Seventh-day Adventists must apologize for Watson Duke. The Seventh-day Adventists in Watson Duke bedroom? Whatever religion she is, whatever religion she is, they should apologize for she, you know. She should be on social media cussing stink. with your granddaughter right in the room there.
Oh Lord.
Cussing stink.
Who should be
Whatever religion
cussing?
she's part of, they need to come out and apologize for her behavior.
Who should be cussing? She will be cussing the PNM though, eh?
No, she cussing on social media, stink. Cussing stink on social media. And she kids, one of she kids or she granddaughter standing up right in the room.
Lord, not good, not good.
And when people come to apologize. She should apologize. She should apologize to her kids for being in the same room and she cussing stink.
I don't cuss in front of Stormy though.
Yeah, but my mother's Adventist and my father was, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And you can't throw the whole religion on the bus for one person who may be backsliding.
To me, and that is my point. When I hear it, I say, but wait now, boy, them actually say that. And listen, I call it, and they hang up on me, boy.
You have to realize some people are bankrupt for ideas and they just grab at straws like drowning men.
Lana, Stormy must be in Cushon Penny heaven.
You know, it's kind of sad that we will go to any lengths in Trinidad and Tobago to defend our party. Any lengths. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. There is nothing safe, right? There is no line. There is no proverbial line in Trinidad and Tobago. For example, look at what happened with Senator AR, right?
Wow.
It's a people defending that. What happened if the man take a little drink? He could take a little drink. What's wrong with that? Right? And you want to take a whole religion and throw them under the bus. Because, listen. Only listen to it again. Listen to it.
Fact or fiction?
We know, as far as we know, Fali is some religious leader
He is
somewhere.
a Seventh-day Adventist. Let me tell you something, eh?
He was an
I'm happy that you said that, eh? Because where is the Seventh-day Adventist? These two persons put forward themselves, both Watson and Fali put forward themselves. Yes, as Seventh-day Adventists. And part of that is what encourage persons to also support them.
And give them
now with this happening, particularly with Watson Duke, this has brought the Adventist faith into disrepute in my mind, because this is what the Seventh-day Adventist is presenting to persons as someone that is in their organization, in their faith,
or they support it, or if they support it,
or support it.
You see why when upon reflection.
So how come all of a sudden the Seventh-day Adventists supporting that? So if I'm a Catholic, right, and I become a drug dealer, right, the Catholic and them need to come and talk to me. Come out and say, well, listen, I don't have no dealings with Anselm. He doing that on his own. Right? Everybody do something bad, and you in that religion, them supposed to come out and say something. When she was cussing in front of she grandson and she kids and them cussing, dirty and stink, like stink and dirty fed. Right? She of a religion she supporting come out and say, well, listen, we don't deal with we don't agree with that. They should come out and say that. boy, Trinidad need a bush bad boy.
Oh no.
But I want you to listen to the Archbishop. Listen to the Archbishop. What the Archbishop have to say. I'm gonna get it here. You know, I was incensed, man. I don't like to get incensed, but it kind of sad when people decide to go down that kind of road and don't think, you know, to score points now. When you want to score points, listen to the Archbishop.
But you know, there's another preoccupation we have in Trinidad and Tobago that has become a real toxic thing. We have a pastime of talking the country bad. But you realize that? We have a pastime right now of running down our country. And it ends up with Trinidad is not a real place. All you hear that one? Well, this is a real place. Real people live in here, and God is here. So that make it real. Could we fast from the negativity we have to Trinidad and Tobago for this Lent? Gosh, everybody go quiet on me. Could we fast from the negativity to Trinidad and Tobago this Lent? Could we? And when you hear it in a conversation, hold on a second. You see me? This is a real place. I love my country.
That's Pastor Jason God. I'm not Pastor, Archbishop Jason God.
Our suggestion, he has to fix some of the ills that we are facing.
Let me start with the homes under them that allegedly, we using the word, the homes under the Catholic that allegedly abuse still going on towards the children. That's talking the country bad? Look, Mr. Archbishop. Allegedly, there was a story recently, right? I can't remember the home. Call them homes just confused me the name. I don't want to call the wrong one. It's still going on. And who is the whatever? The diocese that take care of them home, not the Catholic, right? So you're not supposed to you're not supposed to be concerned and highlight and talk about the 100 murders. Right? You're not supposed to be in the country. No, don't talk about it. No, there are no 100 murders. No. We don't want no. You're not supposed to talk about the roads that need fixing. I saw a community where the guys highlighted the only road in and out of this community, and it's in great disrepair. They can't get goods to come in to go to the shop, and how the school children going to traverse to go to school. You're not supposed. Don't talk about that. We ain't talking about that, right? Don't talk about those things. No, that thing's good in Trinidad. Yeah, everything good in Portia. Don't talk about the high prices of food people complaining about. The gasoline going up. The lack of joblessness. High unemployment. Don't talk about that. The banks ripping off people with overdraft fees. Don't talk about people work their life and giving service to Trinidad and Tobago, and time come for them to collect their benefits, and there's a sort of himmy horn going on in the offices. I don't understand the concept, but if somebody works and they pay the credits, it's $750, and you're going to apply. What is the delay in paying these people their national insurance benefit or whatever they call it? You're not supposed to talk about those things, huh? What about you, the government? You are the lessee from someone. You're renting their property, and you don't pay the person, right, for months, so they find themselves in trouble, right, with whoever their creditor is. Don't talk about those things. Come on. The killing a young black man, shoot man 9 times in the back. You're not supposed to talk about that, huh? No, so go ahead and do it again. That's okay. You can shoot them in the back 9 times. We're not supposed to talk about these things. Come on, Mr. Archbishop. He need to come on this show. That's where he need to come and tell us why we shouldn't be having. We want Trinidad because a small society. 1 point, how much million? Why we have all these things going on? Huh? Come on, man. We can do better. We want Trinidad to do better. We want Trinidad back in the position of the shining light of the Caribbean. Guyana going past me. We're not supposed to talk about these things. All right.
Well, Minshall had something to say to the people.
They say when you're dead after burial, you have to come back like some insect or animal. Yes, they say when you're dead after burial, you have to come back like some insect or animal. Well, if it's so, I don't want to be a donkey. neither a sheep, a goat, or a monkey. Me partner say he want to be a dog. Not me, I want to be a bed bug because I'm going to bite them young ladies' partner like a hot dog or a hamburger. And if you tin, don't be in a fright, it's only them big fat woman I go bite. Well, they say when you're dead after.
That is Minshall just telling people that he alive and well and kicking. You understand? That's my partner Minshall. I just say my partner because the NCC have apologized to Big Mike, so maybe Big Mike might not leave
Carnival
after all.
Tuesday, legacy band leader Mike Antwine took a position in front of judges, spectators and masqueraders that he was done with Port of Spain Carnival. He claimed that he was disrespected as another band, one he referred to as Prestige, used a different route and was allowed to cross ahead of him, although his band followed a prescribed route and was in line to cross first. Band leader of Showtime, Godfrey Enel, empathizes, saying Mike was instrumental in building TNT's Carnival to where it's at now.
He is a Carnival ambassador. We can't take that from him. So being hurt on that day, I guess he would have said certain things that certain people wouldn't even understand.
Enel states that some bands are treated differently than others, and he believes there should be penalties for breaking the rules. He tells us for bands that do not care about the competition, a subtraction of points is ineffective in keeping them in check.
Maybe we should have a system where maybe if you break the rules, by the following year you are penalized by not being able to sell a certain amount. Take away the ability to come out with X amount of members. And if you break the rules again that year, maybe you are banned for 2 years.
Chairman of the National Carnival Commission, Winston Gypsy Peter, says he has since spoken to Big Mike, and he says all mass bands are important to the NCC and the country.
First of all, let me apologize to Big Mike on behalf of the National Carnival Commission. And I want him to know that nothing that happened there was deliberate, and it had nothing to do with any prestigious band or the NCC giving any prestigious band any preference in front of any band. All the bands that are there are very prestigious to us. And I would be the first to admit that something went wrong. We here at the NCC, we are looking into it to see what went wrong and what can be done. I am one for saying that if something is found to be totally wrong, the people who do that should be punished.
Peter says there was a meeting in which the NCC organized a different route to manage congestion. This information was supposed to be disseminated to all bands, allowing them to use the new route if they chose to do so. The NCC chairman says someone...
People, and unfortunately, the one band that was in the meeting, and I say that, the one band that was in the meeting, that is the band that is accused of going across that particular route before anybody. And I want to tell you, I'm disappointed. I'm totally disappointed because that is not what it was meant for. The NCC did not create a route for any prestigious band.
The NCC chairman says someone at the commission would be held accountable for the information not being communicated. Peters is also apologizing to other bands who would have been inconvenienced as a result, and he has given an assurance that the NCC would take steps to prevent a recurrence.
And I am one that if something is wrong and there was some kind of collusion in some way with somebody or some persons, yes, the people should be punished.
As for the idea of penalties for bending the rules, Peters has this to say.
They should be disqualified. They should be disqualified.
Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
It's not now that them thing happening, no. It's not
long time.
Them thing happening long time. And them fellas then just turn a blind eye because it's them prestigious band. Just as they say, it's them prestigious band. And I wanted to play this. Go ahead, Tommy.
Gypsy said that all them bands are prestigious. There's no special, allowances given.
Right, but listen to this. Watch this, right? This is 1950.
announces Lost Tribe as winners of Large Band of the Year 2023. Valmiki Maharaj, creative
Carnival.
director and band leader, issued a statement this afternoon dedicating their win to unsung heroes, the men and women who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, he says, to bring the band alive. Those who, according to Maharaj, sew, stick and bend while others sleep. The statement reads, quote, the ones who spent the last 2 years not knowing when their next lifeline and livelihood would return, but who were ready when we finally called, end quote. He also paid tribute to the quote-unquote fallen soldiers who he said could not celebrate in the flesh and blood, but whose spirit walked with the Lost Tribe every step of the way. Coming in second was Ronnie and Carol, which copped the downtown title. Showtime Carnival placed third, followed by Paparazzi in fourth place. The junior parade of the band saw large band Zebra Peak Productions winning the large band category with their Dance Know Your Icon presentation. Ravishi Tiwari, Ruparayan, TV6 News.
Well, you see the big difference? 1957 to 2022. Things have
But
evolved.
these costumes still look kind of decent. But what I'm talking about is those that take it to the extreme. You know, wearing the butt floss and putting a plaster on your front and just a piece of I mean, if that's power, well, I don't see powerful people like that. How come Oprah don't walk about half naked and Mia Motley don't walk about half naked? Come on. I don't even think Kamala Prasad walked about half naked. You know, you can't continue going on and evolve. They'll evolve into pornography on the road. It's carnival. Let me see some costume, some flesh. I don't want to see no butt floss string. Oh,
Rennie,
how's that carnival?
Rennie, full 100. It's only natural that things change with time. That is full 100.
Yeah, you can change for better.
Things change with time.
You can enhance upon what you used to have. You don't have to degrade, downside, and go down that road, a downward spiral. You can uplift, but no, because it's a society where you're in, and they're doing it because that is what you are like. That's what you are like. I was talking with Tommy, and Tommy said, "Yeah, he's gonna get on it." I said, "Go ahead, man." That's all they want. That's all they want.
Alex said, "Saw you in that band in 1950." Alex said, "He saw me in that band in 1957." I wasn't born yet, but he saw me in the band.
Alex said, "He see you?"
Yeah, he see me in that band. Was it my brother, my bigger brother? These days, 1957, I still play Mass in St. Joseph to Tonopune with a steel band from close to us in St. Joseph, CB, with King Joseph sailor hat. That was it, 1957. Things change. Anyway, Lana, Albert, Rennie. Diana said she was talking to Stormy and he answered she.
Stormy not here, so Stormy can't answer me.
Rennie, Lana, Albert, Ulrich, Rose, Nadia, Troy, Eugene, Rennie, Lana, Rajvi, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. Rose, if you're still there. Dana, you run now, boy.
Oh, you got personal. Okay.
Hey,
You telling me you can't have thin skin in the village, man, unless something. Yeah, come on.
He busted. Yeah. Yeah, we passed. We evolving. Yeah, we passed. We passed. Things change. The whole thing changed up. You know what I mean? We don't expect to stay the same. As much people like us to say the same.
I mean, I'm not mean to say the same, but there were some bikini mask costumes out there, lovely. But I take issue with those pieces of string they wrap up in and just walking with all your jewels out the door. Come on, have some pride in yourself. Rennie, I will not be having any private carnival with you in no leather suit. No time.
Folks, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets at WZYE 95.9. It's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after.
I mean, who is it? You nervous you won't get at me? I promise.
Diana, Anselm, and Tommy. Triplets, and you know it's Spencerman from Jamaica, and we're representing for Wall Street in the village with the DAT, Diana, Anselm, and Tommy. Triplets, and WZYE 95.9 FM at 7 p.m. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. 1 to 10 p.m.
Sunshine girl, the Caribbean. Come cross girl for your summertime. You look so good in your bath suit. Come spend some time with the bingy man. Just drop back in the island for the summer drive up in the scheme and go look for my lover. White shirt and a clean clothes with no sour. Y'all so we clean for our hygiene govern. WZYE. Road burn up, party can't lock off till the sun come up. Yeah, we now go home, play the song for the girl them. Sunshine girl, them up for me son. The black one, the tall one, the skinny one. The one where you sell from the minivan. Be a pretty girl come from the Caribbean, yeah. Sunshine girl, them up for me son. The black one, the tall one, the skinny one. The one where you sell from the minivan. Be a pretty girl come from the Caribbean, yeah. A little song playing, I'm a little van load. I'm a speaker, thump, I'm in a sport mode. I'm a park up the beast right up in the crowd. While the song still a play, girl, I wine to the tune. Be a girl, they are some slim, some heavy. See a thick body girl with her slim friend Shelly. Tall girl, short girl, they in her place. Boom stick girl with the two in her face. When we say you know, road burn up, party can't lock off till the sun come up. DAT a play, we not go home, them a play the song for the girl them. Yeah man, this is Spencerman representing for WZYE. Big up the whole of the massive and the crew them in that Trinidad. Keep it locked, don't touch the dial.
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in New Jersey for talk, news, sports, and information. The Caribbean.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to
Somebody's playing something.
on Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So, folks, let me see if I have one thing left here in my video file. Let me see. I think that's it. Yeah. That's about it. We have Minshell. Yeah. So let me just show you this before I go. This is the young lady who stole Usain Bolt's money. And look at the condition she's in. He's giving it short after her bail here. That's the young lady who stole Usain Bolt's money.
They say she's doing that for pity. I was somebody there.
So there we have it. That's the young lady who they say stole most of Usain Bolt's money. You know? Sad enough, boy. It ain't easy. So, folks, as we say, we continue to try to make Trinidad and Tobago a better country. And we need to have all hands on deck. And we need to, in Trinidad is scandal after scandal after scandal, right? So the latest scandal is human trafficking in Trinidad and Tobago. You see? And tomorrow when we wake up, it might be a next scandal tomorrow. And the next day, it will be a next scandal, scandal after scandal. And I want to agree with you as Bishop that we could keep thinking about all the negative things happening in the country and be overwhelmed with it. But we have to throw some positivity into the mix in order for maybe good things to start happening in Trinidad. And if we throw some positivity out into the universe, maybe, just maybe, we could have positive things start to happen in the country. Because at the end of the day, I am a Trinbagonian, and I want to see good things happening in the country. And as every day, we're seeing a lot of bad things happening, but we have to try to also think about good things happening in the country, right? So my closing comment is, what is my closing comment? My closing comment is, let me get it. Some people are holding grudges against you for things they did to you. Some people are holding grudges against you for the things they did to you. And I do have a second one. You can't always have a good day, but you can always face a bad day with a good attitude. You can't always have a good day, but you can always face a bad day with a good attitude. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall, so that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work out, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Go ahead, Tommy.
Okay, my first is by Abraham Lincoln. He says we can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. And the second is by Mary Engelbert, which says, if you don't like something, change it. If you don't change it, change the way you think about it. A pleasant good night to each and everyone. It's been a pleasure being in the village. Looking forward to our next session. I promise I'll do my best not to be late next time. Okay, love you all. Pleasant week.
Nah, man, you wasn't late, man. In Trinidad, you don't consider that late.
Enjoy your weekend, everyone.
I'm just going to leave with one quote by Peter Block. Change from the top downwards happens at the will and the whim of those below. Change from the top down happens at the will and the whim of those below. Diana Benskin, your global ambassador and your poet, bidding your Venus in until we meet again. Stay safe, beloved people.
Thank you, Diana. So closing comments. Hailey says, good things happening when criminals see police killing other criminals and they decide to change their criminal behavior. Rennie Mohammed says, positive vibes start with the man in the mirror. He also says, living in scandalous times. Rose says, closing comments, carnival came and gone, with all different kinds of masks going on in our heads in this country. We head in cool down as yet. Okay, thank you, Rose. Rennie says, live, love, laugh. Live, love, laugh, ingredients for long life. Albert Montano says, I came in very late, but I still enjoyed the topics and would like to deal with the problem of my loving country next time. Definitely, Albert. We're going to deal with that. Lana says, we cannot live if we are dead inside. Let's go of hatreds, anger, and regrets. Live, love, laugh. Live before you die. Full 100. I know if this is a closing comment by choice. Anselm, you forget you're older than the roads in TT. I guess that is our closing comment too. Right? Okay. Troy Smith had said that was when Carnival was only in Port of Spain, not Southeast. Look, Maurice say. Nadia says, good night, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. Ulrich says, a stress-free life is way to go. Enjoy the blessings. It's from God. Yeah? Thank you very much, Ulrich. We're going to go out tonight with Impulse, A Frightened Ellis.
A big one. All of them big ones. I've got this gun. Listen, man. Hear me now. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. One more time. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I build me a coffin. I make it my home because that is